Alright. We are playing the Excavation of Barrow. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, am I? Okay, I thought this was a cutscene, but I'm actually playing. Well, I'm certainly walking. Oh, there we go.
Ah, Miss Bateman. Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time. Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her... A bit of rain won't kill me, will it? You mustn't be interested in me nattering on.
I'm not saying much.
Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper. You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
Ah, the title. So, Miss Blakeman, is that who we're playing as in this, or what? This looks kind of scary. Wait a minute. You headed inside, now we're on a train? What is going on?
Dearest Mother,
Oh.
I hope this letter will reach you.
Is that Miss Blakeman again?
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Uh-oh. Creepy sheep.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Mr. Shoulder. Hello, hi. Whoa. Close up.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Bewley in the moors.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in
Is
his
this
letter.
a flashback, then, to the scene at the beginning? Alright. Tutorial. For those of us who have not played adventure games, which were a big thing in the 90s. This is a little bit of an intro on how they work. You have inventory. You can double-click on an X to teleport directly to it. Well, that's nice. And the game autosaves. We didn't used to have that back in the day. Most games were designed to have permanent fail states, too. And they wouldn't tell you. Nope. You would do something that might actually ruin your playthrough. And then you would only find out hours later that your playthrough was in fact dead, and you'd have to start all over. You might not find out at all. It might have had something to do with a paid hotline you could call to get advice on how to finish these kind of games. Good old Sierra. Their Quest series was quite infamous for that. Anyway, looks like we have F5 to quick save, M for map when available. So we can quick save and quick load, that's nice. And then spacebar O to show interactable hotspots, that's nice. The game has been saved, thank you. And then I hit F5 to save too. This is the settings menu. Got it, got it. We have a sign, we have the tracks, exit window and door. And they even tell you what it is. That's
If I
neat.
take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop?
That's the point, right?
My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks. Hello there.
Nobody there.
Hello.
Nobody there either. Okay. Well, what shall I do?
I ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting place.
Oh, okay.
The path stretches off across the moor.
Oh, right-click to investigate.
Bewley. I have great expectations for this Barrow. The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here. The post looks unattended. A door of fine construction.
That's right, we don't want any cheap doors around here. Alright, always nice to have a couple saves in the pocket. So... let's see... Click to advance dialogue is off. Colorblind, developer commentary, we don't need that. Let's see. So we
I
should...
ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter.
Alright, let's read the shoulder letter then. Let's see... Aha! So what do we got? We go up here to get our inventory, I was wondering. To-do list. Meet Mr. Shoulder to discuss Hobbs's Barrow. I've been invited to Bewley by a Mr. Leonard Shoulder. He proposes an excavation of Hobbs's Barrow, a local burial mound. Read Mr. Shoulder's letter. I can't quite recall the name of our meeting place. It's written in the letter Mr. Shoulder sent me. Alright. That's the menu we've been looking at. So we have some money, a handkerchief, and some letters. Let's look at our money first.
I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like
Assistant?
travelling with too much money on me.
What is she, like a archaeologist or something? I'm assuming so.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
TB. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. So is it the Plough and Furrow Inn? Is that where we're supposed to go? Dear Miss... Hey, who's that? Wait a minute, who's that? Wait.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Yeah, who's this, though?
Excuse me?
Yes?
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey. I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
Yeah.
I swear she was not standing there a moment ago.
No, we saw her walk on screen while we were reading the letter. Speaking of which, let's get back to that. I want to read the last page. Alright. Dear Miss Bateman, marvelous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. The inn has fine rooms, which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue getting permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. So, the developers, I don't think... I think it's a different developer, but the publisher is... And I looked this up, how to pronounce it, Wadjet Eye Games. They make, or publish at least, quite a few old-school adventure games like this, and I've played most of them. And honestly, all of them have been really good. I've enjoyed them. It might be because I have, they internalized the abuse of adventure games, but I enjoy them a lot. And I really did like... shoot. I'm trying to remember what they're all called. But yeah, they're really interesting stuff. I would recommend looking them up on Steam. They have a lot of really good games. Techno Babylon is one of them. Shardlight was another one. Unavowed, I think, is what it's called. No, was Unavowed? Unavowed wasn't that cringy Square game, was it? I can't remember. But yeah, they make a lot of really good games, and I've enjoyed all of them. And they've all been pretty memorable. And they're not super frustrating either. But let's get back to excavating Hobbs Barrow.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What
do you want?
brings you to Bewley, miss?
Nunya. I have nothing to hide. She looks superstitious. You know what? Let's be honest.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
That was odd.
Yeah? That's interesting. Okay. Wait. Oh, I thought... That's like suspicious music. I thought it was like a plane or something. I don't have a map yet. The M key does nothing. Oh, it's a crow. There it goes.
A humble dwelling. A humble dwelling.
Yep, they're both humble dwellings, I guess. Let's go check it
The
out.
woman told me I'll have time to explore tomorrow. The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have time to...
Okay. Straight ahead. Got it. So we got anvil.
Beating raw metal into a fine object is an admirable skill.
Very admirable.
Looks heavy. This appears to be the forge of a local blacksmith. The blacksmith looks closed. The bucket is rusty and full of holes. The bucket has seen... Perhaps this belongs to a merchant. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone. The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's. A local dwelling.
Is this where we're supposed to stay? Oh, there it is.
Plough and Furrow Inn.
Got
the inn
it.
where I am to meet Mr. Shoulder.
Yep. What's
A
this
small
plaque say?
plaque beside the door reads Vicarage. I don't wish to disturb the locals.
Alright. Well then let's
Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
yeah, it looks like a great
The
place.
window box is well out of reach.
Yes, I will ignore you for now, peasant.
I should go inside the inn.
You should, but why should you? Why should we now?
A small alley splits the inn and its neighbour.
Who's in charge here, anyway?
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
I'm sure they do.
The man looks thoroughly inebriated.
Please tell me you're not the guy who runs this place.
Hello there.
What's a young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
And get out of the way, sir. You're drunk. Go home and rethink your life. No, well,
I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that. It has the finest ales in the whole county. Oh, I'll take you there if you like.
You're standing in front of it.
I believe we are standing directly in front of it.
Oh, so we are. Liz,
Yes.
give us a kiss now, won't you?
Oh my. Humor him? It usually works with men. Slap him. I have no time for this. Deflect question. Perhaps he is married. Okay. I didn't think this would be one of our first branching choices, but let's just deflect for now.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table at this hour, and if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
What a buffoon.
Okay, that was really weird.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Jeez, this place... Oppressive atmosphere is what I would describe it as. I don't know. Let's look around.
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature. I don't want to take the painting with me.
Well, I do. Man, we have a menu.
It's cheap here.
That's
I'm
good.
not hungry at the moment.
And a bell.
Last orders bell. Saviour of many a life. A rather miserable looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself. I think it's Three Men's Morris. A fine exemplar of inebriation. The painting depicts a rocky edge lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
Lake Cubilius.
Pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style.
A naive style.
They are engaged in an intense discussion. They are engaged in an intense discussion. The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
And Hamley. Interesting.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens. A dreadful smell is emanating from the WC.
The WC, of course, stands for the water closet, which is what it's called quite often over in the United Kingdom.
I do not need to use the lavatory.
They don't call it a bathroom. Don't call it a bathroom over there, or they will get confused.
The painting depicts a rocky edge lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A majestic animal cut down in his prime. The poor thing.
And I take it down and wear it. The Nicolas Cage Wicker Man style. That's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting kind of like a Wicker Man vibe from this area.
Hello, sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Sorry to interrupt.
about
Hello,
you?
miss.
What do you want? Bugger off.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
She's on his
Note
podcast.
for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
I'm playing my board game.
Charming.
I go to the Gen Con.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
Oh.
Decorative plate. This one depicts a cat.
A cat, a serpent, a bull,
Decorative
an
plate.
eagle,
Decorative plate. This one depicts a dog.
a dog,
A decorative plate depicting a bear.
and a bear. I wonder if that's going to come in later. How about
Good
you?
day, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Let's talk about a room first.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Well, good thing I happen to have some money here.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not
Thomasina,
a problem, sir.
huh?
I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. Bye for now.
As you were.
All right.
I have nothing else.
Yeah. Up we go. This is the room, I guess.
This shall do nicely.
It's a nice little room,
Time to
for
change
sure.
to something more comfortable.
All right. Trousers.
Much better. I've stored my case in there. A box within a box. I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty. This may come in handy.
Hey, we got a jug of
To
water.
carry the bowl around with me.
Oh, we don't?
An empty bowl has been provided for washing. A decorative plate depicting a goat.
So did we get the goat
Wish to
room?
take it. I don't want to take the painting with me. A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor, perhaps a local landmark. I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority.
Matchbox.
Complimentary matches. Useful.
That's right. Anything that's not nailed down.
Though.
What? Out
As
the
the
camp?
only light source in the room, I ought to leave this here. My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick. I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority.
Sounds sensible, sensible.
No doubt the mattress is stuffed with itchy straw.
Ooh, a straw mattress.
The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age. A paint, perhaps
Yeah, we've
a
seen
sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. An empty bowl has...
Alright.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Alright. Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Yeah, let's just keep being truthful.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with Tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find, then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs Barrow.
Interesting. So that's two people now who presumably live here who have said they haven't heard of this place.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Okay.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
Maybe it's a different
I'm
name?
afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it.
Yeah, let's get this...
Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital.
Alright. Stay on the camp.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Anything else to say with him?
Mr. Stanley Kemp, the proprietor of the Plough and Furrow. He has the serious and worn-out facial expression of a man who deals with drunkards on a nightly basis.
Yep.
There's nothing else
Nothing more to say to this man.
A curmudgeonly-looking old fellow.
Is this the man?
Hello, sir.
Right,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
you're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewley's going to dogs.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril. Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lads.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
What's the British equivalent of they took our gerbs? Because this guy seems like that.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me?
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Yeah, where is Mr. Shoulder, huh? He's not shown up yet.
Where on earth is he? What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Wait, the...
Evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Fine.
One ale, coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
How can I help you?
Thanks for your time.
As you were. How can I help?
Hit the wrong button.
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you.
Oh, it automatically used it. Okay. How much
This is
money?
the last of my money. But
Yeah.
Kemp will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Assuming he really is. What do we got anyway? We got a room key.
2. The Plough and Furrow Inn.
Got a room key.
Gift
Got a
from my
handkerchief.
It bears my initials, TB.
And
A
then...
jug of simple form. It is half filled with lukewarm water.
Oh.
There is a single match remaining inside. A tankard of warm ale. I prefer a glass of Portuguese port wine myself.
Mm-hmm. Give me that ale.
Here you are, Arthur.
Have some ale.
Thanking you.
Thanking me. Alright.
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh no. Did we
Arthur?
get trolled?
Mr. Tillett?
I think we got trolled.
For heaven's sake, the man is in a drunken stupor. After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out. Mr. Tillett? He's not dead, just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
Ah. I'm gonna... Why are you looking at me?
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass.
Yep,
Where were
that's where my thought went.
Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
This guy's a real charmer.
This man is unbelievable.
That's, exactly. Exactly how I feel.
It feels like an hour has passed. Perhaps
Is he
I should
dead in
go
there?
and check on him.
Yeah, what the heck? This is wild. Like, seriously. Wait. He has not returned from the lavatories. I should see if he's alright. Yes.
I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
Except, why are there all these crazy people here?
Good evening.
Guy's still out of it. Nothing.
I should go and check on Mr. Tillett. A cold draft is...
Yeah, I mean, it's nighttime now.
A rather miserable-looking fellow. He's playing a board game, I think.
And Mr. Shoulder, if that is his real name, hasn't even showed up yet. All right,
Miss
let's see.
Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Well, that's
Left.
weird. Yeah. What?
Mr. Tillett?
I have a bad feeling about this. This doesn't sound good. Let's save.
I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating.
Yep.
The jug is empty. There's no fresh water in there. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others.
Yes, I have some suspicions about this.
Leaking in from under the door. This leads outside. I can't reach the window from...
Let's see, can we open the door?
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
Okay, so we couldn't gone out that way. Maybe.
I think I can hear someone moving around.
What was that?
Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
What about in here?
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Oh, cat jump scare.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
Well, did the cat just fall asleep? I guess so. A dirty towel.
Looks like the towel has not been washed in months.
Well, it is a men's room.
Mr.
Saying
Tillett?
that as a man.
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
No Tillets in either of these. He must have decided to go outside.
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Stinky cat.
Looks like the towel.
Alright. Looks like we need to sneak outside then. Is it still raining? Let's go check the alley.
Excuse me, sir.
Who was that?
Sir?
Who was that? That's not Tillet. Can we go back and check the alley? Because I have a feeling Tillet's in the alley. What?
Pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar.
Yeah, a white glove.
A fine white glove, gent's style. I found it in the alleyway behind the plough and furrow.
Interesting.
I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise the locals would be rolling them into their cellars. The village square is back this way. A warm glow permeates from within, making me feel somewhat cold and damp.
Yeah, why didn't you take your umbrella again?
The small window to the lavatories. Surely Mr. Tillett could not have squeezed through that gap.
And what's keeping this door?
Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett, why would he have done that?
Why would he have done that? Bizarre.
Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Yeah, this is weird. Can I get my umbrella, too? I'd kind of like to have it, just in case. Nope. Just gotta get all soggy. Let's keep going. Alright, let's walk out into the creepy moor. Anything to look at?
Humble local dwelling.
No, can't.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I
Actually-
best turn back to the inn.
Okay. Well, where's Mr. Shoulder? I mean, can't leave me to shoulder the responsibility for all this. This whole village reminds me a little bit of one of the chapters from The Last Door, which was a game I played several years ago. Anyway, let's see. Door.
Vicarage.
Alright, let's head back to the inn.
Last orders.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that we have multiple missing men now.
How can I help you?
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
He's infamous for taking a long time in the bathroom? Everybody else is gone now, I see.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. Should get some sleep.
Perhaps a little more time in front of the fire.
Lovely place to warm oneself.
Interesting.
The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals.
Alright. I guess we should go to bed.
I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
That's right.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow we will uncover the mystery a little bit more. Alright, so sleeping time. We've already had some weird thing happen at... Oh no. Oh no. It's the cat! Hey kitty. That's quite a nice... That's some... Wow! That was like rotoscoped. Yep. This is just a normal cat. This is how cats act. The first day. Adventus. Okay.
Such horrid dreams.
Well, that really happened, though, didn't it? You dreamed a cat came in and sat on your bed?
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Well, never mind then. Unless the cat locked the door on his way
I
out?
must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I must say
Hey.
I'm relieved.
Mr.
Right
Tillett
then.
isn't...
Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Is Mr. Tillett a werecat?
That candle didn't last long.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of
good old bathroom cat.
things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
That's nice.
Aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
So just stick all your presumably expensive... Oh,
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were.
what is that?
I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do.
Oh.
Many here do.
What?
There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned.
So everybody's lying about it?
Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Oh my. This is getting, spicy.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
Yeah.
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Okay.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Okay.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might
Okay.
someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Okay. So,
I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
interesting. I'm really liking this game's atmosphere, its music, and the acting's really good. So far, this game's great. I'm loving it.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it.
Oh.
I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
We've unlocked the map. Cool. Bewley and the real... Oh, so it's a fast travel system. Got it. That's nice.
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite.
That's good to know.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
Uh-huh. I don't really believe that.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Great, great conversationalist.
He looks like a rather shady character. Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale. The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse. I could tether a horse here if I had one.
Mm-hmm.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
Maybe we can go talk to the vicar.
I don't think anyone is home.
I guess not. What's all this? A young woman and a child.
Hello,
Yes?
my name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What?
What is the lambton worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lambton thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
Oh
The lantern
no.
worm isn't real, Douglas.
Oh, it is.
Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
That's right, Douglas. I am not interested in any sort of nonsense.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Okay.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Yep.
Little whelp looks determined to slaughter the very air itself.
Hey. Don't shame his worm sign. He knows what's coming. He knows how to walk with that rhythm.
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care. The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance. Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
That sounds about right.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That was a very specific no.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So
Okay.
you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay. So that's very specific. Hey, do you know about this glove?
Do you recognize this glove?
Sorry, I don't.
Worth a try. You know the glove?
Do you recognize this?
I don't have any gloves.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's ask, where'd he go? Where is he? He's not in my room, is he? Okay. Keeping up with the saves, that's all. Let's go talk to the blacksmith. That seems like a pretty good next step here. Anything over here?
No one here. The
What's
sign
this?
is in a shabby...
Oh, cobbler. Okay. We looked at that already. There's a dog in there.
I don't think anyone is home.
There's a bucket.
The bucket is rusty and full of holes. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
Okay. The church is that way, obviously. Here's the blacksmith.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take. I have one just like this. A simple broom. I didn't come to Bewley to sweep their streets.
Maybe he did.
This appears to be the forge of a local blacksmith. Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
Okay.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to
Yeah,
find
nobody
him.
seems to
I
know.
believe he lives somewhere out on the moors.
Oh, was that him last night, I wonder?
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Okay.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite.
That's not ominous.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Interesting.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
My cabbages! Let's see, can we go about this way? Can we knock on anybody's doors? Can we find Mr. Shoulder?
Bugger off!
Oh, that's nice.
The unmistakable
Ah.
charm of old Cyril.
So that's his house. Got
A
it.
humble dwelling.
How about this house?
I don't think anyone is home.
Gotcha. Let's see. That's the train. We don't have to worry about that. Huh. Just like a maze, sort of. Good thing we have a fast travel, because it could be easy to get lost.
I've no desire to go rooting about in there.
A hole.
No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
I shall see you later this evening, gents.
Oh, what is this?
Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
What?
Wait.
What was that?
Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
If you say so.
I do. I'm sorry, but it's not safe to walk through here while we're working. By order of Lord Panswick.
Lord Panswick, okay.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beoley.
Okay.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
Oh.
Right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now, please leave us to our work.
Yeah, I'm getting severe Wicker Man vibes here.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Have you heard of a place called
Not yet.
Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, wait. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about? That's Horace.
I'll let him get on with his work.
So we can't talk to either of those.
Horace is the leader of this band of merry men. The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather. It's locked. This leads to the church tower, I presume.
Okay. Can we get into the entrance? Oh.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Necklace.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Oh.
I think this might be genuine sterling silver.
Well, if we have any werewolves to deal with, then we're good.
The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them. Those have seen better days. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. A memorial list.
Okay.
Extraordinary craftsmanship. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar.
Yeah. Window?
Stained glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar. I've no time for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Huh. What?
This must be where the local...
Okay. I mean, I understand that sarcasm, but ooh, okay.
Locked. Locked as well. I think they all might be. The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
I'm getting creepy vibes from this church. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Who's this?
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I don't have any money.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Ooh, famous puddings.
I'm not carrying any money with me.
No.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I have been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
Okay.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Well, I just went in there and I got some creeps. I got the ick.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard.
Why'd you look
What
away?
business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear.
Leonard Shoulder
Father
is...
Roach has access to the parish register. He might
Father
be able
Roach,
to-
huh? What can you tell me about Father Roach, or where can I find him? Where can I find him?
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Okay. Tell me more about Hobbs. Oh, Hobbs Barrow.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
You know, it just hit me. What do you want to bet Hob stands for Hobgoblin? Anyway.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
Oh my.
Certainly don't intend to. Why did you call Lord Panswick wretched?
He hides in that manner of his and cares not for his people. I've heard stories whispered in the pews, you know.
What kind of stories?
That he shoots people on sight.
What?
Anyone that strays onto Panswick Manor.
That's rough.
Grief.
Yet he will walk into the plough and furrow and buy ale for all and be hailed as our protector.
Well, if he shot and killed people, you'd hear about it.
God and God alone.
Sounds like fake news.
Forgive me, pet. I shouldn't get so worked up.
Not at all. I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. Duplancy.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Memorial plaques. Let's see.
In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Peter Black. In memory of George Paxton. In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
Ah, Tillett.
In memory of Percival Roach.
Roach, got it.
In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
What?
In memory of Henry Crozier. In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Benjamin Garkham.
Garkham, huh? Interesting name. There's one of them crows again. What is all this? And the atmosphere in this is great. They really did nail it. Oh, it's a bench. Can I just sit on it? That's nice. Okay. Oh, it was waiting for me to just, like, stop. Okay.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
I'm assuming was.
A fine spot to take a rest.
Anything else? Nope. Okay, so can't go any further here. The church, I can go... Let's see, can we just go this way?
The
Or no?
moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
Oh, gotcha. And why is there mushrooms?
Touch them. They could be poisonous.
Why is there a circle of
Sure if
mushrooms?
they're poisonous or edible.
Probably poisonous, but why are they in a circle? Like, what's that about, eh? Alright. Oh, a trowel.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Hey, I've seen the first Phantasmagoria. I know what you could do with a trowel.
To receive.
Acquired a trowel. Got me a trowel.
The trusty trowel, the Barrow digger's best friend. This one has seen better days.
So what's on my to-do list here? Find Shoulder, explore Bewley, and find Roach. Got it. Well, let's keep exploring Bewley then. Let's go this way.
I don't think anyone is home.
Guess not. What's in the window?
Storeroom of some kind. It's rather empty. Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office.
Oh, that's interesting. Anybody over here?
This
Nope.
house looks pleasant.
Okay. So nothing this way. Getting an idea of the layout of the town. Are you back yet? No, you're gone. And you suspicious... Hey, suspicious guy. You wanna look at this glove?
Do you recognize this glove?
What are you showing me that for? Does it look like I'd wear something like that?
It does, actually. You got that kind of Michael Jackson look. One glove.
Is this yours?
What do you think?
Actually, let's ask around. Is this yours?
Do you recognize this?
Don't miss.
Okay. No.
Is this yours?
Is this yours?
Oh, that's beautiful. I'd never be allowed such a pretty thing.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Is this yours?
No, not mine.
Okay, how about this glove?
Do you recognize this glove?
No. Should I?
Never mind.
Let's see, do you know the glove?
Do you recognize this glove?
No, pet.
Never mind.
About the necklace.
Excuse me? I found this necklace inside the church. Is it yours?
No, pet. Perhaps someone left it behind yesterday. You keep hold of it for now. I'll ask around at the next service.
How
Are
nice.
you sure?
I trust you.
Well, that's nice of her. Of course, we could be some sort of horrid thieves, but, you know.
Yes?
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. You
Okay.
think that's true, miss?
I think that's very...
So there's a lot of different rumors about Lord Panswick,
Goodbye.
is what I'm getting. And none of them are confirmed.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay.
Good day.
Yes?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Okay.
Just curious. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
I want to know more about this supposed him shooting people on sight. I mean, is he doing the most dangerous game or something here?
I don't think...
No. Okay, nobody's home.
The door has been boarded up. The building looks like a ruin.
So this is a thriving, bustling town, it seems. How about this guy? Can he tell us any more about Lord Panswick?
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
Oh!
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
So that's two
Zara.
statements that he shoots people. Okay. Wow. Maybe less fake news than I thought. Anybody there?
Nobody home.
Okay. Let's go this way.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Better not go that way? Okay. Alright, so we gotta go find the vicar, I'm guessing. Unless we go back here? Are you back yet? Nope. Let's go find the vicar. Let's go find the vicar. Nope. Alright.
Hello, good.
No.
Thank you.
Alright, she's got nothing to say. No, I didn't mean to go back inside. Get out. Tis a silly place. And that
This
door
leads to the church tower, I presume.
is locked, right?
It's locked.
Yep. Okay. Let's see, did we go this way before? We didn't. Oh, creepy children.
Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun. Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Hey! Stay away from that!
Don't touch it!
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
Ammon's horn, huh?
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet. Sweet little flowers. The water is icy cold. I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck.
A beck? Never heard that before.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Tell me more about the Ammon's Horn.
Daddy said we should never touch it.
Who's your dad?
Makes the god angry.
The god?
Ammon, of course.
Uh-oh. Explain that the object is in fact a fossil, or go along, when in Rome.
How wonderful. I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Jane!
No, miss.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Interesting.
Hello, Wally.
Yeah?
My name's Thomasina. How are you?
Go away!
Well, you're nice.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Okay.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs?
Here we go.
No.
Goodbye.
Definitely not, huh? Alright, how about the gloves?
Do you recognise this glove?
No.
How about you?
Do you recognise this glove?
No. Sorry.
Is this yours?
No.
Is this yours?
I wish.
No, that's not it.
Hey! Stay away from that! Don't! It's bad luck. I'm...
Okay. Yeah, we got that before. Okay.
A gift from my...
This way leads back here, and that's gonna be the train station, but let's go see. Aha! What the? What is happening? What is happening? Wait, what is happening? What?
I'm very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Got me. I beg you.
What? Okay. With the what? The trowel?
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
The vicar looks dreadfully ill.
How are we gonna cut him?
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. I don't wish to look too closely. The vicar's spectacles lie broken on the forest floor.
Did we get a piece of it?
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner. I don't think that will help.
Handkerchief?
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
We got some broken
A
glass.
sharp shard of glass from a pair of broken spectacles.
Okay.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Eek. Gross. Nasty.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
Okay.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all.
Uh-huh.
I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
I'm suspicious. I'm highly suspicious.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
I
Yeah.
would say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
Okay.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
Nice.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Uh-oh.
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
I wonder.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Okay.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh, yes. A rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
Okay.
Thank you for your...
Lord...
I want to show him the glove.
Do you recognize this glove?
Fine stitching indeed. An item of some considerable taste.
Indeed.
But I'm afraid I don't recognize it. Why do you ask?
Never mind.
And the necklace.
I found this necklace inside the church. Do you know who it belongs to?
Many in our congregation wear such things. I'll announce it at the next service.
Do you mind if I keep hold of it until then?
Not at all.
Okay, let's see. How about the workers? Are they still working? They are.
I can't think of anything else.
Does he know about the necklace?
Is this yours?
No.
About the glove?
Is this yours?
No.
No. Alright. Okay. Let's go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Yeah, you got like a chest burster inside of you or something? You got a hobgoblin in you?
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
Suspicious. That's what I say. Highly suspicious.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
Talk of wills. Shoot. Macbeth, maybe?
Macbeth.
Magnificent guess, Miss Bateman, but I'm afraid that passage is from Richard II. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me. Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Yeah, no, I think they're nice.
Indeed. The moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us.
Yeah, but what about that hobgoblin that's in you?
Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
Want to tell the truth?
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Oh, flashback. What the? Oh boy.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Whoa. Okay, we're back at this place.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Mummy? Mummy? Mummy is crying. sleeping.
Okay.
Daddy is sleeping. Daddy, wake up!
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
Okay, so her father's still in that state, according to her, from earlier.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Hello?
Oh, who's this?
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from...
Primitive folk.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid. But we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this.
Ooh.
Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
The Devil's Toe?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now.
The Devil's Toe? Oh, that's not significant, I'm sure.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you.
Okay.
You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
The shoulder is in. Hen, rooster, hen. Trousers. I want to look at this stuff.
Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
A woolen undergarment.
What's this, a glove?
That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow. That glove... A pair of thick woolen trousers.
Trousers. They wet?
Trousers feel damp.
Okay, so...
Hung, or still wet from last night's rain?
Ah, good question.
A sweet little hen, plump and well-groomed. A fearsome-looking beast. A sweet little hen. Here, Chuk Chuk Chuk.
Don't encourage them.
He looks much too unruly to be picked up. Care to hold one, Father Roach?
Put that thing down, would you?
You're no fun.
I don't know what you said.
No desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Gotcha.
Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Neat and tidy.
This must provide a charming view across the moor.
Uh-oh.
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned.
Here, let's check the glove.
The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night?
Sounds about right.
Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Because he was a monster. Carved stone. Oh.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley. Though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
Makes men mad.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman.
Yeah.
1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it. Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home.
Well.
Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
You go ahead? Yeah, let's do that.
You go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet?
Correct. That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found. No sign of any movement. I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open the door. I'm rather fond of this colour. Perhaps Mr. Shoulder and I share similar taste. No. I don't wish to beat my way in. No, that...
Can I take the carved stone?
That is not coming off.
No. I wonder if there's anything I can do here, or if I just have to go. Maybe I just have to leave.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet him at the station.
Sounds good.
Hello, good. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Hobbs what?
Never mind. Thank you.
Lord.
He said not to mention his health, so we won't. Is he in here? No. where's... Oh, wait.
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Can we talk about Hobbs Barrow now?
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
Nice.
You will?
Yes.
Gotten in.
But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds
That would
her
be
to
nice.
Poseidon's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm
Poseidon's
sure
goat.
he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Where do you live?
Our home is maybe what or maybe poor. I'm going
Okay, that's just a place to ask. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go to the train station first and find our friend. What? Wait.
Where is Kenneth?
Hey, is that...
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Arthur Tillett?
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
I'm sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I
Yeah.
searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur.
You owe me some
Dead
explanations.
this morning, with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Come on.
Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him.
Oh,
No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
come on. I don't believe you.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then, nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye, a sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye?
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
Okay.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
No.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship, then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Grief. But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
So is it just a rumor? Because this is 3 people now who've said that. But none have confirmed it for sure?
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye?
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train.
Oh, no.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here. Unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul.
Oh.
One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much.
Well.
A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
Okay.
Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
I've been there.
Where can I find Mr. Thank you.
Oh, I found that. Okay.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra.
Mr. Tillett smells strongly of beer and pipe smoke.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Uh-oh. It's that cat. Hey, who's... Oh, it's Cyril.
Cyril is no doubt keeping watch on any potential new arrivals from the railway station. Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
Yeah.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah!
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Good day.
Yes?
Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Sorry, lass.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Well, can you pinky promise on that?
Hello?
Yeah,
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
that like a wheelbarrow.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss. Hello, miss.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay, everyone's sure that they don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow.
Hello? I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Not to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Okay.
I must say,
Okay. Nothing new at the end.
that must be the postmaster's storeroom.
Mm-hmm. Who's this?
It's a little chirpier than your average Bewley resident. Hello?
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Originally, a small
We'll
town
tell
on
him.
the
We'll tell him.
outskirts of
Be
Derby,
honest about it.
though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
So he's very pro-railway. Interesting.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse.
Oh,
he must be
no.
a few miles down the road by now.
Well, that's not good.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it.
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Interesting.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
Would be nice.
Friends to talk to.
Oh, how nice.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait.
I don't have any money.
Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab.
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
Silver
Is
necklace.
this yours?
No, not mine.
Alright, what about... We know the glove isn't
I'm
his.
sure they would be interested. Royal Mail. This must be... There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Wait, is there a shadow in the room? Hang on. There's a shadow in the room. Bottom left. You see that? There's something moving around in there.
Can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
I'm gonna have to distract this guy somehow.
He looks a little chirpier than you. The man is standing. This house looks pleasant.
How do I distract him? So you open a tab. Find a way into the office. Find the doll. And then... explore Bewley. And then locate Hobbs Barrow. Okay. Easy enough, right? Okay. So... As Thomasina's story unfolds, new locations will be unlocked, allowing her to fast travel via the map screen. At certain points in the story, fast travel via the map is not possible. The map button will not be visible during these moments. Fast travel via the map is not possible when Thomasina is indoors. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see, is our proprietor back? He is.
Good day, sir. I found Mr. Shoulders home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulders' aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors.
It's cool how
visitors allowed.
everyone has like a...
likes his privacy.
Yeah, I like that there's different people who have different opinions on him, so we're not entirely sure what his deal is. That's cool.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you. to be settled at the end of your stay.
That's
Of
nice.
course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Goodbye.
See you.
Alright. The necklace?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Alright, now that we've opened a tab, maybe we can convince our friend here to go with us. Oop, wrong. Oh! Yeah.
Nobody.
Let's talk to Wally.
Good day. Are you sure you don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow? I would very much like to find it.
No?
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin! You don't know what she can be like!
A hobgoblin? Huh?
I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
To the who?
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little
Is it the
house?
Mushroom Hill?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
The road disappears over...
No, we're not gonna go this way then. Alright, let's see if we can find the doll. Well, first, let's see if we can convince our friend here to go with us.
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Okay.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chin wag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
I have nothing else to ask.
Is the vicar home?
I don't think anyone is home.
No.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you an...
I suppose one more. I shall take you up.
Let us make...
The
Okay.
rear wheels are powered by the boiler. Had 2 flue tubes. 2! There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Okay, so... There's
Curses.
something...
I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate...
Uh-oh.
There's nothing else I...
Okay. We're having a little too much ale, I guess. Let's see if we can, go find the doll.
I don't think any... Hello, good. Thank you, Lord.
Is Father Roach in the tower, maybe?
It's locked.
Nope. Alright. So we're listening for bells when the wind dies down.
I have no desire.
Those guys are still working. Let's go to the Devil's Toe.
What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself. The Devil's Toe, a local landmark.
So, let's see. My thought process is that it's probably out here somewhere on the moor. There's a rabbit. And I'm wondering if it's like... fresh grave, huh? Let's see.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Let's dig it up.
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Ah. That's too bad.
Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister. Today she dances with angels. John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp. Joseph Davis.
What's this one?
Samuel, death is...
Alright, Bryden. Okay.
William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart.
Got it. Wait.
I'd better not touch them. It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
I hear it. Yep, I thought so. Oh, what's going on? Wait, what?
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame. Miss Bowles looks cross. What's for supper, madame?
It'll be nothing but a glass of water and a worm if you don't fetch your dolly right this instant.
Hello, fairies. It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom.
Oh.
Hello.
Yep. And there's the dolly.
She is.
So that circle of mushrooms is just like... And she says it's a gateway to the fairy kingdom too. So is that like a kid thing?
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes?
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Huh. Interesting little memory.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
I'm sure he did. You.
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
Wait, what is this? What's that stuck in it?
Look at it writhing away. Look at it. You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth. I've already taken one.
Okay. I would name it Jim.
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so faithful.
Well, there's a legend about a horrible worm monster, so, you know.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm.
I noticed that.
Come in handy. I'll keep it.
Lockpick.
At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed. A sharp hairpin. Could be useful. It's Jane's creepy ragdoll.
Her lovely ragdoll named Myrtle. Alright, let's go deliver the ragdoll back to Myrtle. Let's just fast travel to the woods.
The water.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's little Kenneth. I present to you Myrtle.
Yeah!
Myrtle!
We did it.
I missed you so much!
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek!
Come back!
What?
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Oh, shh. It's over here? Really?
Jane?
She's in there?
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine.
How do you fit in there? It's tiny.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through. That won't make the entrance. I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand,
There we go.
uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it. Jane! Jane? Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Match?
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Okay.
Jane? It's pitch black down there.
So I need to find a light source, right? I need a light source to investigate further. Got it.
I've made the hole larger.
Actually, let's see. Is there anything at the inn? Can I take some candles?
They are still... It's locked. It's the wrong type of lock for this to work.
The cottage? Can I pick the lock to the cottage?
Mr. Shoulder... I can't...
That's too bad.
That would be rather cruel. That...
I don't think the devil's toe is important. Let's go back to the square. See if he has any candles.
I can't think of any...
No? Do I have a candle in my room?
The candle has melted. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will... Jammed shut. I've stored my case above. I've hung my dress aside from that.
Okay. Nothing important then.
I must...
How do I get a hold of a light source? Oh, there's a lantern. Can we borrow it?
Just like this. I have one. I have nothing else to...
Well, if you have one just like it, then, you know... Do you have a light source?
Good day to you, Cyril.
How
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Dogs and
Maybe he
cats
has a
living together.
You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Can we get Cyril and Henry in the bar at the same time?
Then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Oh, this is perfect.
Again, now,
So we'll bring Henry in, and then he'll get into an argument with Cyril,
Good day,
right?
sir.
I didn't mean to talk to him. Alright. Yeah, if we get Henry in there, then they can have an argument, and then I can get my stuff.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy...
I suppose I shall take you.
Let us...
Alright. Let's see. Here we go. Arguments.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
There we go. Getting them into a fight.
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Perfect. Nicely done. All right. Now let's go break in.
Locked, as expected. I need to get inside without attracting too much attention.
Oh, is it gonna
Kenneth
work?
taught me this useful trick.
Yes.
A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Perfect. All right. Okay.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
All right, let's jump in here.
Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of great urgency as a resident in London. I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened.
Yeah.
I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
Mm-hmm. We did it. We got a crate. What's in the crate? A lantern?
Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here.
Oh no.
Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels.
Lantern?
Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern.
Perfect.
It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation. I don't wish to carry... It's my crate of excavation tools.
Okay.
I need paraffin to fuel my lantern. I've had this for years. I'd rather not go into those horrible toilets again.
Okay.
Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale.
So we need some oil, huh?
There's nothing else
Where could we find some oil?
I have nothing else.
Anybody at the cobblers? Nope.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for...
Aye.
Trade, huh? Oh, you want a worm?
I don't think Mr...
Trowel? Chisel? A glove?
Look, we have the same lantern.
Aye. So we do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. Can I chisel the devil's toe?
That's a peculiar idea.
Oh. Can I chisel off the carved stone?
That is not coming off.
Can I chisel the door?
That will help me. That's a peculiar...
Can't chisel the window. Well, okay. It is about time to end for the night, so I think we'll end here, and then we'll pick this back up next week. So, I'm liking the story a lot so far, so we will see where we go. Alright. See you next time.